All right, here is a short video of what I did for my samples for the copy cataloging, the original cataloging, and the item record. So I'm going to search by the record number. So for my copy cataloging, I did the Starless Sea. Click on it. Okay, to show the record, I'm going to hit Edit Record. So I did use a Library of Congress entry to make sure that everything would be as accurate as possible, but I did double check the ISBN and the Library of Congress and Dewey numbers to make sure they matched. I think I had pulled up a MARC record from my local library, make sure those matched. And then here, double check the author, the title and statement of responsibility. There's a 4 here because you don't want to be filing it under the, you want it to be under Starless. And then the publisher information down here, place of publication, Doubleday 2019. And then the 1 here shows you that it's publication. So number 3, checking the physical description, page numbers, dimensions. It's not illustrated, so it's not noted here. It's not a series. There is a summary here, I think from the book jacket. And down here under subjects, these are what pulled through. I don't know that I necessarily agree with these subjects after having read the book, but that's what the Library of Congress had, so leave those like that. And there were no added entries, no series added entries, and then 9 here, I made sure that the Koha item type was marked as book because that's required for Koha. So then I would have hit save and then created my item record. So I will go in to edit the item record, show that as well. So I'm going to edit items. I'm actually going to fix an error that I made earlier as well, that I figured out why I did it wrong. So I'm going to hit edit up here because this is the item that I already have. I don't want to add another item. I'm going to look at this one that I'd already added. So we've got Library of Congress classification, home library, current library, shelving location, the date it was acquired, source of acquisition. I used the vendor that I had created earlier, which so happens to be the name of the book. The full call number, I used the Library of Congress call number. The barcode pulled through on its own. Non-public note, I put my name and then co-item type. So this is where I made a mistake before. So what I was doing is I was entering the replacement price with a $sign, and when I saved it, it wasn't pulling through. So I actually got a point docked on one of these because it wasn't showing that I entered a price even though I had, but I had made the mistake of putting that $sign. So I figured out if I do not put a $sign and then I save it, then it will stick here. Now it shows a price, whereas before it didn't. So that was my copy cataloging entry. My original cataloging entry, I'll put the record number. Was for this book here, Young Children's Rights in a Digital World. Click there. I'm going to go ahead and edit the record so I can show you the full record. So these two pull through automatically when you click on them. This one is more complicated. So you have to go ahead and do the tag editor. So the type of date is a single known date. And then the date one is the year, copyright year there. The alphabetic code for the place of publication, XXU, is for the United States. And then here there are illustrations in this book, and there are bibliographies, and there is no index. You can also put index here under nature of contents as well, but there's a specific question for index, so I just put there. And then for cataloging source, I put other. So that was for that. I'm just going to X out of it. And then we put the ISBN here, and then the Library of Congress call number, and the Dewey number. So the classification number and then the edition number. Move over to the ones. Here's where we want to put the authors. In this case, this book had a collection of different chapters. Each chapter was a different author, and then there were several editors. So for this one, I actually had to expand originally to show all of the subfields, because I needed to make sure I pulled up a relator term, and so I could put editor here, because Donnell Holloway is not an author. He is the first named editor. So I needed to make sure I added that in. For tab 2, we've got the title. So this is the main title. This is the subtitle, Play, Design, and Practice. And then the statement of responsibility is all of the editors. The title for this second digit here, this one shows that you're going to start at 0. So you're going to start with the first letter when you're filing alphabetically. You're using the Y. If it had been the young children's rights, it would be a 4 here, so that you're not filing by the. Down here, I put 1 here to show that this is publication information, not distribution and manufacture. This is the publisher, the place of publication, and the date, year of publication. Over here for 3, we've got the physical description. So there were pages in the beginning of the book that were numbered by Roman numerals, and then the page number, it was illustrated, and the dimensions. In 4, so this book was part of a series. So I put in the series title as well as the volume number. Section 5, didn't put anything there. Section 6, these are the subjects by topic. These are all Library of Congress ones, which is why there's a 0 here. So there's children's rights, right of privacy, internet and children, technology and children. 700s, we've got the added entries. So because there were several editors here, I listed them all here in the 700s. For Michelle A. Wilson, she has a more common name, so the Library of Congress has a date associated with her as well for her authority record. And then I wanted to make sure to expand these to show, so I could do the dates associated with a name, and then also the relator term for each of them being editor, because they are not the author. 8, I did not put anything. And then 9, yes, Library of Congress classification, item type book. So that was my original cataloging record. And I will show you the item record as well. Add items. And come here, look at the one I've already created. This one I'd already corrected the price. I had done the same thing there where I put the $ sign in. So, yep, Library of Congress, home and current library, shelving location, date acquired, source of acquisition, the same vendor that I had created previously, the Library of Congress call number, barcode pulls up automatically when you click in there, the cost replacement price, price is effective from the day that I created this record. The non-public note has my name to show that I was the one who entered this, and then the Koha item type is book. And that is all.